time for the one and the only show. It can only be Luke Howard Live. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, thank you. You're so kind. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello. Good morning, everybody. Morning. Welcome to another brand new show of the one and the only show. That's Luke Howard Live. Yes, every Saturday morning, between the time of 10 a.m. and 10:45, it's me, the one and the only Luke Howard. It is Saturday the 9th of January 2021, our second show of this year. Lovely to have your company, as it always is. I'm going to be here, as always, every Saturday between 10 and 10:45. It's great to have your company, and would love to hear from you, dear listener, on how you are getting on this weekend. Do text the word talk and your... No, we're not doing that anymore, are we? No, we're not doing it. I do it every single week. I do it every week. We're not doing texts or calls anymore. We're doing emails and social media. And we're also doing hashtags as well. We are not, and I would make that clear, we are not doing phone numbers and texts anymore. So just to make that clear, we're not doing that anymore. We're just doing emails, and we're doing those other things as well. Okay, so we're not doing phone calls or texts anymore on Britain's Brightest Best radio show. Okay, so you can email GaryJHoward68@hotmail.com. You can also get in touch with the show on my emails, 345457@student.hrc.ac.uk, like Rachel did from Devon. She says, Luke, your show is amazing, as always. Great show. Keep up the good work. The show is fantastic. And this weekend's show's already great. We've only been going for 3 minutes so far, and the show is still amazing. So yeah, thank you very much for that, Rachel. Thank you very much. That's Rachel from Devon who got in touch with the show the other day. Okay, and we also had a text from someone else as well who not an email. Who else emailed us? Jane from Derbyshire. That's her name. She got in touch with the show, and she said the show is fantastic, Luke. Keep up the good work. Everyone's saying the same thing, and but we are going to cover the jab, and they reckon that there is going to be a normal. They reckon there is going to be back to normal. By the way, they actually reckon that June is going to be back to normal, because there was a lady on the telly yesterday, and this amazed me, really. This really amazed me. There was a lady on the news yesterday. She can predict the future by looking at asparagus. I couldn't believe it. She can just look at some asparagus, chuck it on the table, spin it around, and then she could look at it and she could predict the future that way. Now, to be honest with you, I never actually knew that you could actually predict the future by looking at asparagus. I've never seen anything like it before, but apparently there is a way, and you can actually do it, apparently. So you can actually predict the future by looking at asparagus. So if you are going to predict the future by looking at asparagus later on today, I hope it goes very well. That's if you are predicting the future by looking at asparagus, because apparently she predicted it by looking at it. She looks at it and she thought, I reckon I know when there is going to be a normal. She reckons it's going to be in June this year. So roll on June this year is all I can say, is when she thinks that there could be a normality back then. I reckon there is going to be a normality back this very summer. So let's all hope we are going to get back to normal. But I don't actually think there is going to be a normal for a very long time, because everyone... I just don't actually think there is going to be a normal now for such a long time, and I'm being really honest here. I actually think there isn't going to be a normal. I just think it's just going to keep going and going and going until the summer of 2025. But I reckon no one is going to be back to normal. I reckon there is never going to be a normal. There's never going to be a normal reality, especially at this very moment. I just don't actually think there is going to be a normal reality on Britain's Brightest Best. There isn't going to be a normality at this very moment, because I don't think there is going to be a normal reality at the moment. It's going to be a very long time, I reckon, until we can all get back to this very normal reality. and I think it's going to take some time, I reckon. Hope everyone's well, though, by the way. Lovely to have your company on Britain's Brightest Best Radio Show this very weekend. That's how you can get in touch, by the way, on those emails. You can also get in touch with the show on Instagram. It's the Luke Howard fan page. And you could also use hashtags, hashtag Luke Howard, hashtag Luke Howard Live, and hashtag listen to Luke Howard Live. Great ways to get in touch with the show, as always. So do get in touch do feel free if you'd love to, because we'd love to hear from you on the show, and we'll give you a big mention on Britain's Best Radio Show. Love to hear from you. We really, really would. It'd be lovely to hear from you. Right, okay, let's crack on with the show then today, because I want to kick off with a story that's been breaking in the news in the last couple of hours, actually, and It makes me want to gag, this piece of news. It just makes me want to gag. It makes me want to go, oh my God. It's Donald Trump, okay? Donald Trump. What's he done now? You're thinking, what the heck has he done now? Well, I'm going to tell you what he's done now. Because the US president has been permanently suspended from Twitter. Now, we don't know why, or we do know why. It's due to the risk of further incident of violence. Apparently, he's been doing a lot of violence on Twitter. So, it doesn't surprise me, really, to be honest with you. It doesn't surprise me that Donald Trump's been causing a lot of chaos on Twitter. It really doesn't surprise me at all. But, yeah, that's what he's been doing. And Twitter said that the decision was made after close review of recent tweets from Donald Trump's account. Now, it really doesn't surprise me that Donald Trump has been suspended from Twitter. I think everyone is happy that he has been suspended from there. But yeah, we've now been told that Donald Trump's been suspended from Twitter, so good luck to that, is all I can really say there, to be honest with you, because it came amid the big tech purge of online platforms used by Donald Trump and his supporters. Now, some lawbreakers, makers, and celebrities have been calling for years on Twitter to ban Donald Trump's altogether. Now, the former First Lady, Michelle Obama, she tweeted on Thursday this week that the Sicilian Valley Giants should stop embezzling Donald Trump's monstrous behaviour. He does behave. I mean, I don't have Twitter. Okay, I don't have it, but I can actually see what he's like on there, to be honest with you. I can see what he's like. I don't even have social media, to be honest with you. But I don't have social media, but there's only the fan page for me on Instagram, so anyone can get in touch with me via there. But I don't have social media because it causes chaos, and I can't stand social media. I think it's very very hard, if you ask me. It's just very hard, social media, and it makes a lot of and we've covered this on this very show millions of times. Social media can get very dangerous sometimes, and this is me talking about this here, and I don't have social media because I think it's a very hard thing to go through. But there is the fan page for me on Instagram if anyone would like to get in touch with me for this very show. Now, after being allowed back on Twitter, Donald Trump did post 2 tweets on Friday that the company cited as the final straws. Now, one of them wrote, the 75 million great American patriots who voted for me, the America First and Make America Great Again, and it will have a giant voice long into the future. They are also not going to be disrespected and treated unfairly in any way, of course, in a shape or form. Now, Twitter has said the tweet is being interpreted as further indication and that President Donald Trump does not plan to facilitate on ordinarily transition. In the next, President Donald Trump tweeted to all of those who have asked who will not be going to the inauguration on January the 20th of this merry month. Now, Twitter has also said that it was being received by a number of his supporters as further confirmation that the election was not legitimate. Twitter has also said that both of these tweets were in violation of the glorification of the violence-free policy. After Twitter had permanently suspended Donald Trump's Twitter account, he tweeted from the US president's official that the account suggesting that they would look at the possibilities of building out an own platform in the future and railing against Twitter. Now, I've actually got one of the tweets that Donald Trump did send out. And this one says that patrons who voted for me, Twitter may be a private company, but without the government's gift of the section at 230, they would not exist, 230, they would not exist for long. I predicted this would happen. We have been negotiating with various other sites and we'll have a big announcement soon. While we also look at the possibilities of building out our own platform in the near future. He also said that we will not be silenced, and Twitter is not about free speech. They are all about promoting a racial left platform, and where some of the most various people in the world are allowed to speak freely. Okay, right. Earlier yesterday then, Twitter permanently, it actually banned the account of conservative radio host Ruth Langsby. And to Trump lawlessness, the former Nationality Security Advisor Michael Flynn and the originally Sidney Powell. Now later in the day, Google suspended Peter, a self-styled free speech revival to Twitter that is increasingly popular with Trump supporters from its online store. Now, they said we're aware of the continued posting in the Predator app that seeks to incite ongoing violence in the US, and that's what Google said. And on Thursday, Facebook said it suspended Donald Trump's Infinity, the popular gaming platform Twitch, which also placed an identity ban on the outgoing president's channel, which he has used. Okay, he's used it. He has used it before, people, because he has used it. I've seen it on the internet. He has done it before. They also broadcast, and Snapchat has also banned him as well. 2 online Trump-amenable stores will close this week by commerce company Shopify on Friday. Reddit was banned its Donald Trump form for the president's supporters. Now, through critics have said the posts were a torrent of misinformation. The Medium helped him get around media filters and instantly connect with nearly 89 million followers. Now, he tweets that they were also known for their occasional spelling error, and sometimes it left followers guessing with apparent mistypes, and such as when they posted despite the constant negative press coverage. The Department of Justice said in 2017 that Mr. Trump's tweets they were officially statements of the President of the United States. Now, we all know that anyway. I mean, we all know it anyway. Everyone knows it, but he likes the short format. And he likes his ability to reach tens of millions of people at the click of a button. And now the fact that Twitter's decision was made 48 hours after the rioting at the Capitol on Wednesday, and it showed that it was not an easy move for social media giant. Now, for those who say that the violence of the free speech, especially in the First Amendment of the US Constitution, Big Tech's argument is that they are private companies, not state actors, so they are free to moderate their platform as platforms as they see fit. The big question now is, though, can it transform, survive without the backing of the mainstream media, or will it simply slip into the shadows of the internet? Now, it has come to me a little bit, this story, to be honest with you. It has come to me, and it's made me go, oh, really? Because it has come to me a little bit, and I look at it, and it just makes me feel a bit, oh, do you know what I mean? I mean, I think they have made the right decision to ban him. I think it's a brilliant decision. Twitter has made the right decision to ban Donald Trump. I think it is a brilliant idea, and I think why didn't they do it in the first place? And then they've finally done it, and it's a good idea, and I'm glad they have banned him anyway. So well done to the Twitter company who did ban Donald Trump for being on Twitter. Well done to you. It's a good idea to do that. But it's also because the power is very quickly slipping away as well. But we know that anyway. So I think we should leave that story there and move on to our very last story now. And oh no, we're talking apricots later on in the show, by the way. So we'll keep you updated about that. Apricots, yes. We talk about everything on this show, including apricots. So we're going to talk about that later on the show. But now we're going to quickly talk about COVID-19. We're going to go back. We're going to move away from Donald Trump now, and we're going to go from Donald Trump to COVID-19 now. Yes, we've got our COVID-19 update now, because it's act like you've got the virus, and the government is going to be urging people now, because people in this very country, England, are being told to act act like you've got it, apparently, as part of government advertising campaign, amid, as they're tackling the rise in infections. Now, I've got to be really honest with you, okay? I walked up the street the other day, I didn't wear a mask. You haven't got to wear a mask in the street, and it's true. I know everything about this. You have not got to wear a mask in the street. You've just got to wear it in a shop. And some lady came up to me in the street the other day when I was walking up the street, Buntyford High Street. Lady let me pass. I said, thank you for letting me pass.